Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Will back again. It's been a minute. So I'm about to hit y'all with a two-in-one subject on this video. All right. So the reason I'm about to do this is because a lot of times, I have stuff that comes up in my head and I forget about it. And so right now it's like I've been thinking on these things for a few days, and I don't want to let it slip past my mind. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a social person, but for the most part, I keep to myself. I'm kind of quiet, but don't mistake that for me being weak or anything like that. But anyway, so all that to be said is, when I'm quiet, anybody that knows me, when they see I'm quiet, this type of shit that I'm thinking about. So, first subject that I'm going to talk about is receiving help from people. Not necessarily you, but, witnessing people help other people. And a question that came to mind was, are they really helping that person or you, or are they helping themselves? The reason I ask that is because I know people personally, people in my family, people I work with in my circle. I'm not going to name names, but certain people that seem to do quite a lot for people, out of the kindness of their hearts, But is it really out of the kindness of their heart? Are they really that giving? Are they really that much of an open-hearted, big-hearted person? Or is it because they have a need to be needed? You understand what I'm saying? They have a need to be needed. Now, these particular people that I mentioned, that I didn't mention, but just kind of skimmed over, I noticed, and it's not just, these people that I know, but it could be someone that you know. I noticed that these particular kind of people, they don't necessarily have a lot going on for themselves, as something that they, in their job, in their family, their relationship, whatever it may be, they need some sort of dependency. And it's kind of a twisted way, because they need someone to depend on them so they can fill a void in their life. And it's almost like a dependency that they need. You see what I'm saying? It's a real tricky thing. So it's like this person, they're really not helping you. In a sense they are, but they're really helping themselves. They're feeding their own ego. They're feeding their own narcissism, because of whatever situations, whatever circumstances that they're in, where they're not getting the attention or that void that they feel needs to be filled is not being met by whomever is in their lives that they thought would be that person. Or it may very well not be a person. It could be their career is not as fulfilling as they make it, as they thought it would be, whatever it may be. These people, you have to be very careful for them, because they sneak their way into your lives, where they want to have a foothold. They want to gain a foothold in your life to where you have a dependency on them, right? And they really do this on weaker people, people that really have no sense of worth, no sense of value within themselves. So they prey on these people and leave them to depend on them. So they're not necessarily helping them. And to the weak people, yeah, they're blinded by the the attention and the help and the affection that they're receiving from this person, but in reality, that person's more weaker than them. And furthermore, it just proves to show how shallow, this just charitable person it can be. Have you ever seen? I've seen on particular social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, whatnot, where you'll have a person literally recording themselves giving money to a homeless person. If you're so giving, if you're so charitable, if you're so open-hearted and big-hearted, why not just give it and not share it? Because they need to feed their ego. If you have to turn on your phone, upload a video, and give this whole speech about why we should give people, everyone knows why we should, be helpful towards one another, or to the homeless, or to the poor, or anything like that. Everyone's aware of that. So you're not really teaching anyone anything. The only thing you're doing is feeding your own ego. You're getting the likes, you're getting the subscriptions, you're getting the attention. And it's the same thing with the very charitable, giving people that you may come across. They prey on the weak. They feed their ego. There's more ways to get paid other than money. People get paid in attention. Don't feed them. Don't let them gain foothold. And you have to, you're in a state of dependency on that particular person. Now this brings me to my next subject, which is letting someone have control of your mind. Don't do it. It's such a slick and once again I'm gonna have to go back to the charity thing, the giving person, because once they've gotten you to that point where you've become dependent on that person, they've already got both feet inside your head. You already have a picture of them, of who they are. To someone else, they may be something else, but to you, they've painted a picture of them being this awesome person. So they've already gained foothold in your head. I once told someone that there's nothing wrong with being closed-minded, and they had a meltdown when I told them this, and I described to them. I told them, say, look, when you leave your house, what's the first thing you do? You lock your freaking doors, right? When you get out your car, you lock your doors. Why? You don't want anyone or a group of people or whatever to steal your valuables. So why not lock your mind? Now, I'm not saying be completely closed off to opinions or absolute facts. If there's something that's absolutely true, then you have no choice but to believe it, unless you just want to be ignorant. But to say that you should be open-minded to everything is absurd, because you're not opening your mind to just debates or opinions. You're opening your mind to suggestions and influence. And when people say that, the only thing they're really saying is for you to think like them, and they want to gain foothold into your head, to control your thoughts, to control your actions and your way of thinking. So the thing is just to be, have a mind of your own. Don't be closed-minded, don't be open-minded. Have a mind of your own. It's basically the same thing as who you let in your house, who you let in your car. You let certain people in, they come in and they fuck your shit up. And then you're like, I'm never letting this person in my house again. You learn from those mistakes, right? It's the same thing. Like your mind that's the only thing you have control of. How you think. If you let someone else gain foothold and start messing around with all the shit that goes in there, telling you how to think, telling you how to dress, what to eat, how you should live, you are relinquishing control to that person. They might as well have, reins in your mouth, steering you in which direction that they want you to go, like a horse. You don't want that. So, to sum it all up, everyone that's giving is not so giving. They're only giving to themselves. What I mean by that is they're feeding their ego. 2, have a mind of your own. Don't be closed-minded, don't be open-minded. Just have a mind of your own. If you see some bullshit at the door, close the door. It's that easy, all right?